Greetings and salutations, friends. I am New Mithrender, and today we're going to be picking up with a spot of dragon slaying. Though, looks like we have to go kill a knight first. Bit of an odd opener that. I'm going to kill a dragon, but I must slay a knight before I can reach said dragon. A bit of poetic irony to that, I dare say. So now, well, kind of in theme with dealing with Melania, we're dealing now with filthy, corrupted, rotten dragon isekais. Let's see if we can't kill him. Fire! This is actually going pretty darn well. Let's see if we can keep it up. Oop. Well, I've been rotted. Not that it really mattered, though. Blimey. Well, okay then. And the Cathedral Dragon Communion now has a new spell to offer me. Admittedly, I haven't made overmuch use of the dragon sorceries and incantations. Now, before we check and see what we have access to, let's get rid of that rot, shall we? It would not do to simply keel over dead from that lingering taint from the dragon. Well, let's see what we have. Yes, isekai. Exike. No. I always miss the first K in that because it fumbles off my tongue. Exikes decay. Superior incantation of Dragon Communion channels the power of Exikes, the decaying. Transforms caster into a dragon to spew scarlet rot breath from above. Charging extends duration. This incantation can be cast while jumping. Exikes, Dragon Communion Revenger, did not forget his hatred, even as he succumbed to the scarlet rot. Well, we'll leave that be for the moment, in no small part because I simply don't actually have the stat line to use it yet. No matter. Now, we've been to the Erdtree, but we actually haven't covered the final region of the mountaintop of the giants. We've been to the consecrated snowfield. Covered that a fair bit already. Even done several of the dungeons in that region. Not sure if I've got them all. There are so many. But if I've missed any, we will be getting around to them eventually, don't you worry. But now, we have a bit more traveling to do. After all, we have yet to reach, the fire giant. To think, I've killed Melania already, and Moog. Killed those two secret super bosses hidden at the ends of their own secret areas. And I have yet to actually dispense with the fire giant, the boss you are meant to run afoul of on the course of an average playthrough. This is what happens when you have played this game several times now, and therefore know all of the secret little nooks and crannies. Well, I say all, but I dare say that this playthrough of mine will not be an all-encompassing, well, walkthrough of the game. I simply do not have a mind to do that, for one. The actual depths to do that are a little too severe for my taste. Ah, looks like we have another statue there. Let's see if we can get Big Boy over here. Smash it open for us. Might take him a bit if he... Oh, don't go walking back that way. You are not making this easy. Oh, and you're not taking much damage either. Come on. I will keep poking you until you do what I want. Or until you die. Okay, come on. Why are you just wandering back this way? I don't want you to die from pokes. I want you to come over this way, so you can smash open a statue. Come on. I'm still in range. I said come on. Getting closer. Ever so slowly. You just don't want to be cooperative. Don't start moving back. Oh, okay. Oh. Huh. You woke up your friend. Perhaps he will be more agreeable to my intent. Come on. Okay, over this way. Oh, I see. I have the right idea. It's just that they wanted me to do it with this one, not the first guy we see. Come on. There we go. Oh, and now you're gonna breathe fire at me, are you? Okay, enough with that. Smithing 7 times 3. Oh. You know, I would be more annoyed, but I've got what I wanted. So, we're done. I could grind you guys to try and get your halberds. But, nah. I just don't feel like bothering with that right now. And besides, we have a new grace. And far more significant prey to deal with. In fact, I'm going to swap to my Star Scourge blades. Or, Actually, we're about to deal with a dragon of ice and snow. One who thrives in the cold. So having a sword of flame might be more useful at the moment. Definitely gonna want to summon Tish for this. As I most definitively do not appreciate this dragon's trickery. And to start with, he's going to hide from me. He's going to summon a blizzard any second now. And he's then going to sneak his way into said blizzard. Oh, there we go. Now we're going to... Oh! There you are. Oh! Oh, wonderful. Lucky me I locked onto him before he went flying. I don't need you hiding on me any more than you already are. Gotta get nice and close for Reichardt's rancor to really take effect. Oh, that's wonderful. Let's see if he'll stick around and die to this. It's actually surprising how energy efficient Reichardt's rancor actually is. Let's get Tish in just to be safe. Oop. Come on. Gotcha! Oh, that's a good way to finish. Oh, you weren't dead. Oh, I was so happy for a second there. That's a fantastic way to wrap up that fight. But, no. No, I was denied. Oh well. I guess now that the dragon is done, I can go back to my Moonlight Sword. Let's see now. There are other crabby and crustacean-y things around here that I would prefer to avoid if at all possible. But now, we have quite the find to make here at this Church of Marika. Not only will we get to hear from Melina once again, a thing which I admit I wish happened far more often, but we also get the Somber Miner's Bell Bearing 3. And we won't be getting anything better than that until we slay the fire giant. Yes, yet another Church of Marika. If I remember correctly, this is the very first church. Yes, the first Church of Marika. Then we can upgrade the flasks. And speak with Melina once again.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Yes, please do, Melina. How else would I know the mind of our queen?
In Marika's own words, hark, brave warriors. Hark, my lord Godfrey. We commend your deeds. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal to the place ye stand. Put the giants to the sword and confine the flame atop the mount. Let a new epoch begin. An epoch glistening with life. Brandish the Elden ring for the age of the Erdtree.
So, these words were gifted to Godfrey before the beginning of the Golden Order. Before any schism lay between him and Marika. Well.
We're almost there. The flame of ruin lies just ahead. I'm glad it was you I traveled with. I must tender my thanks to Torrent, too. Thank you, Torrent. Please continue to lend your aid. Till the end.
I wish we had more time, Melina. Alas, there is little more I might do. Well now. Since we're you can actually see the chains now. One of them, at any rate. We have a journey yet before us. So, let us begin by locating the map of this region. It would not do to lose sight of it yet again. We have a bunch of hounds feeding on corpses. Ah, and an Evergale. Lord Contender's Evergale. And a warning that here we shall acquire armor. Oh well. Lest I'm mistaken, this is the finger armor. Don't think that's quite the right name. FingerPrint armor, that was it. Round Table Knight Vike. Think you're going to get away with charging up? Okay, that's a lot of damage. Nope. Oh, great. I would say we're back to square one, but that's not entirely true. Oh! Okay, then. Wonderful. Not at all how I wanted that to go. Ay. I did not realize that I would get stun-locked by that. I was hammering the circle button, trying to roll out of there, but I simply couldn't. Ay. Not to mention, that damage went right through me and cut my damn health in half instantly. That last hit took more than 70% of my health, I'm sure of it. Okay. Let's give this a try, see if I can just beat him into submission. Smash him down. Since I wasn't quite managing it otherwise. To me now, Vike. Didn't quite work out. No buffs for you. Okay. Hyper armor for that. Wonderful. Oh, and you're really good at dodging that. We both had the same idea, and we both whiffed. Ooh, didn't whiff on that one. And you managed not to dodge that time. Trading was a very poor choice there, Vike. Vike's Dragon Bolt? Yes, the fingerprint armor. Honestly, I kinda like the aesthetic and the idea of this. The flame of madness. Being touched by the three fingers, leaving a permanent scar upon not only the flesh, but the very metal of the armor he wore. That is a compelling little story right there. However, I am of the opinion that the armor itself just doesn't look right. I think the real problem is that it does not conform to the scale of your character model. Instead, it kind of rewrites it to make you small and spindly like Vike is. And I'm simply not fond of that as a design choice. This doesn't sit right with me. You might notice that I've chosen some of the bulkier armors. And, well, that is my preference. For larger, bulkier and more cloak-based stuff. That's simply my preference, so to end up wearing an armor that makes me look absolutely small, tiny, and spindly, kind of defeats the purpose to me. No, I didn't see you there. It's actually kind of a problem I had with some armors in Dark Souls 2 and 3. For Dark Souls 2, my greatest disappointment was the Fume Knight Raham's armor. I love that armor set, and that boss fight was awesome. But, for some reason, they decided to give the Fume Knight armor spindle arms. I have no idea why, but they just made his arms extra skinny. And I suppose that kind of fit with the model, but the model of the boss, that is. But for me, it just kind of was a blemish on that otherwise fantastic armor set. There were also not that many really good capes in Dark Souls 2. I remember the armor of Vendrick was actually one of the better ones for that. And I did quite like Vendrick. In general, I thought he was an excellent, well, spiritual successor to Gwyn. A mortal man, as opposed to the divine of Lord Gwyn. The idea of the hollowing and its impact was a fair bit more humanized, I would say. Okay, would you stop spamming that? Yep, I do not like the prelates. Not at all. And it's not as if they don't use liming magic from a distance. Ow. Okay. Just fast enough to catch me out of that. Oh well. Just a few of these guys left. I'm going to have to re-look into what these guys are standing for once again. I did just get a Fire Monk hood, I believe. Yep, there it is. Mail hood of iron links, covering a headband engraved with flames, attire of the Fire Monks. The Fire Monks are guardians of the Flame of Ruin, forbidden by the Erdtree, and said to be kept high in the mountaintops of the Giants. Okay, so these guys are not worshippers of the Giant Flame, or at least they weren't originally. Guardian's Garrison. Oh dear, more of the awful hounds. Case in point. What is that damage? Okay, enough of this. Oh, you were classed as bloody rats. Rats and dogs. Always the worst. Absolutely always the worst. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, these guys, the Flame Monks, seem once upon a time to have been tasked with preventing the Flame of Ruin from leaving its imprisonment. Whether or not that still holds true. Debatable, I think. Okay, I could possibly jump that. But I'm wondering if what the point would even be. I don't recall whether or not there's anything special out here. Or at least anything hidden on the cliffside over there. Although, there is definitely stuff up here, which I'm not able yet to reach. So, let's go under the assumption that I do have to make a leap here. Well, manage the first jump. And now I can summon Torrent to help. Oh. Did I get too close to the keep again? Seems like it. Getting a bit stuck on the bumpy terrain here. Well, we've arrived at the chain. Alas, it seems that, now the map fragment is far, far below us now. Well, I will definitively be wandering around this place for a while yet. So I'm certain I will find it before we kill the fire giant. Let's check here once again. I feel... Oh. Yes, I did in fact miss something. Rather obvious, too. So let's see. Are there any more enemies up here? Yes, there are. Yep, you with the flaming pokey sticks can sod right off. I'm not in the mood for you. And smithing 7. Getting a goodly number of those out here. Another path to follow. Let's be careful not to fall to our deaths. Little tricksy that, because if you weren't paying close attention, you could have fallen right through the gap there. Probably why they set it up that way. So that you might accidentally fall. Oh. The only thing worse than the doggos are the doggos when they also have enough health to survive, and instead of dying when you hit them, they get knocked over and into safety. Okay, you are nasty. Far nastier than I would have expected. And a one-eyed shield. Yep. Tricksome shield made from white stone, depicting a malformed, one-eyed god. The barrel of a firearm pokes through the open mouth. Once worshipped by the giants, this evil deity is believed to have been slain by Queen Marika. I see. So, Marika, the God Slayer. Interesting. Looks like there's no ladder to go up this tower. Oh well. We still have another tower to check. Ah, there's a ladder. Perhaps Shadow of the Erdtree will shed some light on the one-eyed god of the giants. All of you things covered in red leaves. And the giant's prayer book. Well. Certainly worth the trip up here, I dare say. Actually, is there any point to dropping down onto these platforms? Nope, not that I can see. Just an option if you're feeling spicy, I guess. and decide that you want a slightly more exciting way down. I don't think the fall from here would be lethal, but I do believe I would still rather avoid it if at all possible. Let's see if I can't. Yep, there we go. Okay, I think we've got most of the stuff in this keep now. We certainly made out like bandits with the prayer book. We'll have to find someone to give that to. If I felt a bit, well, wicked at heart, I could give it to Corin. He would most certainly be willing to teach me. But on the other hand, he would be most displeased with having been gifted a tome of evil knowledge. Something unfit for the learned of the Erdtree. Might as well rest here while we're at it. Ah, there we go. I forgot that they were actually kind of nice about this one. Today I think I'm going to cut the episode a little short. But there's one more enemy I want to kill before I call it quits for the night. We arrive in the Flame Peak and see all of the murdered giants. Those slain at the behest of Marika. Rather a similar story to Vendrick, now that I think about it. Vendrick's queen insisted that he go forth and slay giants. Not fire giants per se, but giants nonetheless. Nishandra, the queen of Drenlaic, who turned out to be a daughter of Manos, the first man, the primordial man. You have a Wakizashi, I think. The short blade. But you also have rivers of blood. And you don't seem to be willing to use it. Or its more infamous technique. Not that you'll need it if I keep playing this badly. Okay, I went into the cliffside there, so that was my bad. Okay. And die. Nope, you're pretty good at dodging that, aren't you? Blunt force trauma it is, then. Rivers of blood. And the Okina mask. Once upon a time, Rivers of Blood was one of the most powerful weapons in the game. And considering that you don't even get the bastard thing until all the way up here in the mountaintops of the giants, I honestly think that was fair. Though it was a smidge over-tuned back in the day. So I can certainly understand why it was nerfed, though I do kind of wish they hadn't gone so far as castrating it. But that was their choice, I suppose. And now we have yet more replenishment for our flasks. Well, we do have an altar of Marika here, but it seems that Melina simply does not wish to speak here. Again, I think it's a shame, and wish that we could have heard a lot more from Melina. And now I have a choice to make. I can go right now and face the giant, the fire giant, the very last of his kind. And then go straight to the kiln and set Melina alight, spend her life. Or I could go back to Lindell, to the royal capital, and seek beneath, far, far beneath it, and have an audience with the Three Fingers. If I did that, I would be able to save Melina. But on the other hand, the trip just to get to that creature in the abyss is one of the worst bloody jumping puzzles in the entire series. So you'll forgive me if I'm a bit hesitant about that, but well, I'm not deciding right now. No, I'm putting this off till the next time. So, either you'll be seeing me going after the fire giant, or you might be seeing me go back to Lindell and try my hand at jumping down a hole. We shall see. But until then, if you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.